Всем привет, друзья! С вами Арагорн. Продолжаем играть в КИНГДОМКАМ Deliverance. Так, а сейчас куда идти нам?
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us! Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
All the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojana told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Сейчас.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a bull.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna Juva.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Так, сейчас.
foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Tarnberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Приобретение репутации. Как ты победил? Того говорил.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for. But I groped around and found a pail, whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Sheleoth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Bajana, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bajana.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Havlana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God
Ты
bless
говоришь,
you for your
тачка
generosity
об подъезде в Троцкий.
and you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
Так надо.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, on Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I know how it sounds, but I saw it. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Tom is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
Where'd you get it?
I found it in the dung pile. Must have belonged to the fellow I brawled with that night we got here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Вот и ушли мы от бабули. Провок закончился у нас. За нами собачка погналась.
Hope they've got a good physician at this castle, or at least a barber. That old crone got me on my feet, but I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine. And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed. And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. an urgent message for your liege lord.
Там никого нет.
Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sahanash of Lipa. Shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't. I'm so Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai. Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
Getting in, whether you like it or not. Your shitty hands off me!
No, wait. Wait, one moment!
Да. Мудаки.
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars and we stink even worse.
that at the gate. You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
Драцковище. Ты узнал, где Драцковище.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas. Instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Bajenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
What is it? It's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for.
My bear, that witch. Wench.
What I tell ya? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please. My what?
Привет, Игорь. Ты уже дома, что ли?
That's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster. If you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Divided up
I
fairly.
heard some talk about
Так, так, обмыться в корыте.
What was that? Daddy's wounded.
Oh, hi. Poor Captain Thomas.
А, ясно. Поговорить с девицей, что было у пруда.
And won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
Ей тоже привет.
Not a bad idea. Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
I'm no latrine cleaner.
Oh, sorry. It's just that you smell like one. And where am I supposed to know you from?
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Ну так интересно. Но я только пролог, как бы, только прошел.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle.
Надо потом
and
первую
I
часть
wasn't at
пройти.
any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. You need to get to von Berghoff.
На первое тоже надолго
Confirm who we are.
будет.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there.
Да, Алекс вообще что-то прям. Но он сейчас вне стримов теперь проходит вроде как. Вчера он стримил этот, кинострим был у него. По черепахам.
For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Узнать, как добраться до пана Бергова.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with some...
Ну да, в принципе, так-то.
flour from the mill. My old man was meant
В принципе,
to
можно и
take
вне
me to
стримов
the house.
играть.
But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So
Но он вроде говорил, что он вне стримов играет. Вчера вообще я стрим запустил, короче, в итоге стрим пришлось вырубать. Там вчера у Сони какие-то, короче, проблемы были. Там ничего нельзя было сделать. Игры вообще не запускались.
do it properly. Two men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits.
Ну да.
Never had nothing like that here before.
Да я ему говорил, это как выгонять своих всех. Пусть на улицу идут.
Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like you made.
Хотя так вообще, по сути, он мог, в принципе, стримить в любое время. Он в свою комнату мог PS-ку забрать, как бы, и на ноутбуке врубить. Через HDMI, пожалуйста. Ничего сложного нету в этом. Также напрямую с PS5 стримил бы.
If you don't mind me asking.
Scallis.
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
Ну зачем ему? Он даже моник не нужен. У него ноутбук есть. На ноутбук HDMI подрубай и все. На ноутбуке, скорее всего, HDMI есть. Там же все просто сделать. Я так и телевизор подрубал.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more...
Просто Алекс местами как Ворхес. Ни в чем не разбирается. Хотя там разобраться, ну, плевое дело.
More young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here. And that's a big problem.
Вот именно, он не разобрался в этом.
Where can I find work here?
First, you gotta carry them
Потому что там разобраться вообще легко. К ноуту подключить PS-ку можно. Да, Ворхес Вообще, да. Ему скучно просто вечно.
For me. So don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the Smith for one.
Мне скучать
He's a bit
некогда.
odd, but
Сейчас.
he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
Да, это надолго.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned.
Ну, не знаю, мне как бы и так не скучно сейчас. Вон, то к хирургу хожу, то еще куда. На следующей неделе, наверное, это в глазную еще раз пойдем в центр. Еще одни очки хочу выписать.
Nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathhouse wench.
Will Lord von Burgos be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Болтовни очень много тут.
Who is this? Semi.
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
А, это да. Да. Только ответил, все.
Seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having
Его сразу надо посылать.
Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Truscovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
У вас там сугробы есть?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern.
У нас просто почти все растаяло. У нас тут снег есть, но он такой, маленький слой его лежит. А сугробов нет. Даже не спрячешь. Ну или это как с лопаты, короче, снега навалить, там сугробы сделать и туда.
Can't miss it.
Вообще, в последнее время
Is that all you know about the wedding?
что-то вообще вот последние 2 года снега мало и тает все. Так,
I'll go and
ладно.
discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that.
Так.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. And don't forget a figure like hers.
А из муки обычно дорожки делают. Вместо герч используют. Не, ну знаешь еще, ты говоришь об лутате. А что с него лутать, блин? У него ни хера ничего нет. Было бы что лутать. Завтрашнего дня у меня уже, короче, это, как называется, будет идти, короче, уже, в принципе, должны уже завтра или послезавтра уже объявиться должна посылка с проектором. Да, снега вообще нет. Странная зима. В том году такое же было, блин, до февраля там то таяло, то еще что-нибудь, а в феврале так похолодает до -8, -10 и все на этом. А в марте уже все растает. В том году так же было.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I'll get something out of her though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Burgon is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's...
И самое печальное, ведь ничего ни хера это, как называется, не спрячешь труп даже. Сугробов нет. Ну, я не обязательно с борщом, мы обычно с кофейком там пьем. Борщ надо делать, а его иногда лень делать. Не хватает горелки, короче, под борщ. И тогда, да, сало, борщ и горелка. Ну, еще эти булочки.
Calm down. Let me finish.
Пампушки.
There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin.
Да.
Nobleman is is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in somehow.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem, because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Ну, сало с кофе, кстати, офигенно. Хлебушек там серенький. Маслице можно намазать, сальце положить. И под кофеек прям салто. Ну и под чай можно. Но по чай не так идет.
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble.
Привет,
Someone
Алекс.
saw me.
Звука нет. У тебя, может, отрублен звук? У меня потому что все есть.
All right, I understand. I'll carry them by myself.
I'm glad you know your place.
Although, a couple of sacks wouldn't kill you, eh?
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law.
Не знаю. Вообще, я сало с детства люблю. Вот. У меня бабушка делала сало вкусное. Не знаю, мы то под кофе, то под суп. А вообще, под суп я люблю лучок репчатый. Но сейчас вот на рынках мы сало покупали не так давно. Оно, конечно, не то стало, как раньше. Конечно, раньше лучше делали. Ну почему, Алекс? Не поздно вроде.
The priests who pray for us. Laboratories. The plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And bellatores. The warriors who protect the ones on...
Попробуйте под кофе. Неплохо так идет.
knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
Ты там Игорь, это как называют? Травишь всех теперь фотками. Не, ну сало это хорошо вообще. Попробуйте, там серый хлебушек, маслица и сало сверху, все. И под кофеек. Вместо бутеров это, в принципе, как колбаса. Вместо колбасы там сосисок.
So, which do I belong to?
Good question. Before I'd have said you were a peasant, but it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword. And you've even been in a monastery.
I'd rather forget about that.
You're a bit of everything.
Чё, ну, сало, горилка, борщ, это вообще, ну, старорусское вообще обычаи. Это даже, я просто вчера историю прочитал борща, это ни хера не украинское даже блюдо. Оно вообще впервые появилось в Киевской Руси. Борщ. А потом вообще впервые его услышали уже в России в 1550 году при Иване Грозном. А первоначально борщ был в греко-римской истории, то есть древнеримской, так скажем. И борщ раньше делался даже не с этим, не с свеклой, а делался из морепродуктов разных. Там креветки всякие. Ну, конечно, горелка сейчас, которую делают, даже вот я в ресторане был, когда типа украинском. Будет. Да, травить вкуснятину это такое себе.
But if you get your hands dirty with labour, it wouldn't be such an offence against divine order as in my case.
Даже это вот по истории даже сало не украинское вообще было первоначально. В Беларуси впервые сало появилось. Короче, Украина спиздила себе все из других стран.
Your blood, noble status and that. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend, I'll repay the favor.
Короче, мы грузчиками будем.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your job.
Алекс, ты далеко
As soon as we
живешь.
have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be pleased.
Так, чё, пойдем таскать тогда мешки.
Oof, that isn't half heavy. Oh.
One beer.
I bought a lovely new boat here. What did I do to you? Did you hear that the king has just announced that everyone should have a good bow on hand? Which king would that be? I don't know exactly, but when the king commands, subject absolutely.
Так, не туда. Не, я мог бы, конечно, устроиться грузчиком. У нас вон тут по соседству магазин. Что-то пока, да. Пока я как бы на лечении, как бы не до этого. У нас тут это, как называют, стёбаный грузчик в магазине. Он, это, как называют, у нас арбуз, когда привозят, у нас они в ящике, в таком, это, в метровом, наверное, если не больше. И хрен оттуда достанешь, если там на дне уже остались арбузы. А там мужик, наверное, не знаю, 2-метровый ростом, если не больше. Грузчиком работает. Вот, его просим доставать. Вообще, поэтому, да, насчет Урхеза. Мне вообще не нравится вот этот болтай, потому что он всегда вот это вот про свои проблемы рассказывает. Блин, мне нахера чужие проблемы. Я не люблю вообще лезть в чужие проблемы. Мне своих хватает. Зачем мне засирать голову другим? Левым каким-то. Я потом должен охуевать от этого всего. Сейчас нет, раньше писал. Когда еще я ему карту захвата не отправил. Раньше он заебывал. Потому что у него одна, блин, типа, история, блин, со своими вот этими вечными бесконечными кредитами. То Леру обсирать начинает там, то еще что-нибудь. Типа, что там, она с каким-то там связалась, типа, наркоманом, который, типа, там, эти... Оформили на него кредит, короче, этот в микрофинансовой организации. Бесконечно просто. Да, проблемами он грузил. Просто своих проблем хватает. Нахера мне чужие проблемы, вот прям такие. Причем у него одно и то же, блин, все время повторяется. Одно и то же рассказывать тебе каждый раз. Ничего нового. Алекс, насчет КИНГДОМКАМ. Да-да, в принципе, не обязательно. Не хочешь, не смотри. Точнее, не стрим. Ну да, Блокопсы можешь пройти, кстати. Игра неплохая.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass? Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Вот-вот. У него карусель. Одно и то же. Тебе того дышит. Не, ну у меня были проблемы, но я, блядь, никому о них не рассказывал. теми же кредитами были когда-то проблемы. Сейчас все нормально. Сейчас максимум вот. Сплиты на полгода. Все. Мне этого хватает. Ну да, продолжишь, когда сможешь. Как бы никуда не убежит. Но надо все равно побыстрее, потому что у меня скоро заканчивается подписка. Я потом-то буду продлевать ее, но не сразу.
Surviving a fight against bandits, even von Berghoff himself has trouble with? Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding. You want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein.
You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
Вот число я не помню. Но вроде она до марта. Вроде до конца что-то там 20 какое число. Надо будет посмотреть потом.
No apology then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me.
Ну, грубо говоря, полтора месяца есть.
With broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on then.
You scum!
Kill you. That fella. He's the one.
Hey! Get him!
Блять.
Let him have it.
You'll never know.
Ай, бля.
Bloody Hulk fucker!
Too slow.
Hey! Get it!
Rip your Why'd he do it?
Ай, бля.
Take that!
He's got no chance to
Fancy
move.
moves, for fuck's sake. You Christ! I don't have the old day for you.
I hope he doesn't hurt anyone else.
You shouldn't have fucked with us, you bastard.
To the top with him.
It'll be over in a jiff.
This won't end well for you. Enough! Okay? Brave, bastard.
You'll never beat me, you swine. Hey, get him!
This is unbelievable.
Filthy
We're
vermin.
gonna gut you, you whore son. Slice him up.
Да. Да, Алекс кайфанул. Черепахи офигенная вообще игра. Да я вот то, что я не люблю, Алекс. Вчера. Игру я не люблю калачковую. Ну, правильно. В принципе, что дома делать?
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Все.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly.
Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse.
What?
You behave like a spoilt brat.
How dare you speak?
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero,
Нас тухлыми
we'd have been there long
яйца этим
since. How would we
помидорами
have to get you out of that
кидает,
mess?
кажется.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off.
Get up! You'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are? Well, nothing to say for yourself? Just as well.
Ну, она только сегодня ночью, наверное, выйдет в Казань. Завтра в Казани, может, будет. К вечеру, понедельник. Ну да, во вторник где-то. Ну так у нее написано, типа, 12 числа она приедет. Ну а там, может, пораньше. Сава.
In this fucking pillory.
Это больно.
I don't fucking believe it. You're really gonna blame me for it? It was you who caused the brawl. You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me. Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Там наркота, короче, в посылке, Алекс. Героин. Высшей пробы. А так, Алекс, ну, что там, печенье, пряники, саво и это, и лекарства там надо было. У нас потому что нет в городе лекарств этих.
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Oh, and our little prince knows all about it, doesn't he? You only left your uncle's a week ago. All you've known up to now is a tavern on Rat-Eye Green.
Now you've gone too far. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had...
Вот, видишь, Алекс, написали кокаином.
To save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
That's enough! Don't you fucking realise how badly you've been wronging me all this time? I bend over backwards for you. I tolerate all your stupid fucking whims, and what do I get? Insults and accusations. But right from the start, you acted like you were on some nobleman's
Ну вот,
outing.
вот еще. Там Пепси еще, бутылка. Да нет, Алекс, я и не просил, пока пусть у него лежат. Потом отправят, когда уж пройдет все. Мне пока они ни к чему. У меня вон КИНГДОМКАМ, Deliverance там. Еще там, может, что-нибудь поиграю. Есть игры. А скоро еще Assassin's Creed будет.
Cared about was whoring and boozing. You know full well the ambush was your fault, and now you're kicking out so you don't have to admit it.
What do you...
Он мне хотел игры отправить, типа, я сказал, зачем ты еще не прошел их, нахера отправлять.
Finish. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth like you, but unlike you, I'd have managed to deliver that message. That's because I'm responsible and know how to behave in a way that doesn't make me feel ashamed. In a way that would make my parents proud of me.
Which parents do you mean? Radzig?
Aye, Radzig, let's say. Nobody could be proud of you, Capon. Nobody.
Сейчас это, как называется, будет.
We'll see who's proud of who.
Проектор приедет. Мне вообще не до этого будет. Я тут, как бы, Алекс. Остаюсь. Приятного аппетита тебе. Следующим утром. На нас уже мухи летают, короче. Почему буду? Просто, как бы, проектор приедет, буду долго его мучить. Да нет, я, наверное, буду проходить на стримах. Так, по чуть-чуть играть.
But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Otto.
Hey! Open
Oh shit. Right. Where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, huh? Yeah. Alright, off you go.
Добром это не кончится. Лихо беда начала.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you.
Так, основное задание выполнен. Троцкий. Незваный гость на свадьбе. Придумайте, как попасть на свадьбу. Попасть на свадьбу с помощью кузнеца.
Henry? You're Henry.
Так.
Right? Or
Да, дневник. Барбос. Это побочный тип у нас. Узнать, что случилось с Барбосом.
was it the other one? Hey, you! Aye. You're in the right place. Over here. Hey! Over here. Where are you going?
And whoever wins will take home. This property belongs to someone else.
У нас нет отмычек.
How's your husband? Is he better?
He's over the worst.
Thank God. Good to hear.
What the hell? Du Nervensäge! Get out! Maybe next time.
Ладно, вот не надо.
Doesn't it bother you? Walking around here like some animal.
Don't shop. Put some clothes on, you scoundrel.
Тут найти местных торговцев, что?
Excuse me, I'm looking for the man who was in the pillory with me yesterday. Have you seen him?
I can't help you with that. You'll have to find him yourself.
I'd like to report an ambush. Some scoundrels attacked my lord's retinue and killed our men.
That's a serious matter. Where is your lord?
Well, he left.
I don't understand why he's not lodging a complaint himself, and why not directly at the castle. He has that right as a lord.
It's a long story. My lord got very angry and then went missing.
Sorry, fella, but I'm not sure whether you're making it up or lying to me. But if you were telling the truth, why don't you bring your lord here and we can talk it all over calmly? I'm sorry, lad, but until then, I've got more important things to do.
I'd like to buy something. Where can I find some merchants around here?
If it's a tradesman you're after, most of them live here in the village, of course. Your best bet is to ask our merchant Jörg. He knows everyone. I'm sure he'll help you.
What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I heard something's going on in Takov again. Project the Innkeeper is probably coming up with some mischief to pull on the Zelievites. Will they never cut it out? Their bickering is making work for me. And now I've been visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
What do you mean, more? You sound like this isn't the first time.
That we found someone buried here? Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Most of them are von Burgo's men. Also, if it wasn't bad enough, that gang of bandits is rampaging through the region. Now someone's stealing cabbage from the peasants. What a disaster.
Cabbage?
Aye, and the peasants won't stop bugging me about it. I was just visited by a peasant from Zdar. He's been talking my ears off for God knows how long. Say, do I really have to do this? Do I have the time to look for some moron stealing cabbages? And that's about it?
That sounds interesting. Thank you. I need to speak with Sir Otto.
With the Royal Chamberlain? Are you yanking my official pizzle?
Why not?
I'd like to talk to him too, boy. But he's still in Prague. He's hardly ever here. Chamberlain Ulrich is in charge of things.
And where do I find him?
Where do you think? Up in the castle.
But they won't let me in there.
What do you want me to do about it? That's your problem. I'm not going to put in a word for you. I hardly know you.
What's new, Bailiff?
Nothing special. Fortunately, Troskovitz is a quiet village. It's peaceful here, and the war has avoided us so far, thank God. Just here and there a brawl in the tavern or the neighbour's errant cow. Well, that's how it was until recently, at least.
And what happened?
What do you think? It started with that nomadic riffraff, theft of hens and sheep, then continued with ambushes on the road. And then the wolves started to come in from the forests on account of the poachers killing off their prey. Oh, and then our Master Chamberlain Ulrich. Oh my God. But that's no business of yours, understand?
I understand. That's your business, Bailiff.
Going.
I'm running out of ink.
What? Again?
What do you mean, again? You refused to get me more last time I asked.
So it won't come as... Right, then I refuse again. What am I supposed to write? You know what? Why don't you write a complaint?
Put some clothes on. You can't just go walking about like this.
What's your story?
What would you say? Right now,
Болтовни
it's
полно
like
тут.
scruffy nothing.
Прям вообще.
But I don't have any money. Look at me. I don't have anything at all.
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Так.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He rakes logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offense, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
Так, ладно.
It's no wonder nobody wants anything to do with me. I look like a vagrant.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed. Although, that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin? A monk's robe? Or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armor?
What armor are you talking about? Sir Brunswick?
Oh, nothing. It's just a local legend. They say a famous knight lived here who killed a ferocious lion and saved a many-headed dragon. Or the other way round. It doesn't matter. I don't even know.
And is the armor real?
Maybe. Maybe not. Geibel, the scribe, might know something about it. He has a lot of learned books. I don't know my letters.
I'd like to look distinguished. Like the proper right hand of a highborn lord.
After what you did here, I'd say your days as a right-hander are over.
Still, I don't want to look like some yokel.
Without money, you can't deck yourself out in much finery. You'd certainly find something fancy in Bartoszek's workshop. And if anybody asks, you didn't hear it from me.
Thanks, but I'd rather get my clothes honestly.
Не хочу
I
красть.
just got out of the pillory. I don't want to end up there again.
Well, I'm not pushing you. Just giving you a few useful tips. What you do with them is up to you.
Так, ладно.
Oh well. It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Так, узнать, что случилось с Барбосом. Барбос, так, это ясно. Так, идти к коту. А вот.
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
Is there something you need?
Doesn't it bother you? Walking around here like some kind of animal.
What are you doing playing with that lock?
Oh, bloody hell.
What happened here?
Блин.
Stop him! Guards! Look over there! Here he is! So, here you are. Now I've got you. I said surrender! Are you trying to piss me off? Surrender right now! Last chance, you scoundrel! Fuck off! Fine! I'll make you surrender!
This is unbelievable.
I've been waiting for you!
Да. Так, Нифенка. Так, рассказал мне, что темников Русского пруда есть. Началась по прозвищу код, который на потеху людям всякие штуки показывает. Да и с оружием обращаться умеет. Чем черт не шутит, может, и я у него чему подучиться могу. Сюда.
Put some clothes on, you scout.
What? What do you think you're doing? Scheiße! Hilfe! Wo ist wer? Hilfe! A thief! Fetch him, guards! Are you deaf?
Never!
You fight! I'll make you surrender! Go fuck yourself!
Ладно.
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problems.
Да. Пойдем к коту. Да. Пока ж нет, ладно. Тут, ну, где?
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
Так, карта. Да, далековато. Хреначить. А вот это что? Узнать, что случилось с барбосом. Ага. Ну тут рядышком как. Можно будет пройти.
Can't go any further. It's too deep.
Тут плавать нельзя, короче, ясно. Реально. Ну да. Все. Так. Кошель пуст. задницу. Интересно. На свадьбу, попасть на свадьбу.
Did you drink away your horse?
Так. Ладно, думаю, давайте закончим на этом. Продолжим в следующей серии. Что ж, с вами был Арагорн. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте большие пальцы вверх. Всем удачи и всем пока-пока.